What is leader's standard work in lean? This is one of the biggest secrets of lean, and especially lean in construction. You're going to want to stay with us on this video and learn all about it today. By the end of this video, I want you to start to see your time like you do your money and start to protect your time like you protect your money. And so I'm going to show you why you're not achieving some of the goals that you've set in your career and your life, what the root cause is, the two key things that leader standard work just really helps you eliminate, and how this system helps you to achieve your goals. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in taking it all the way, the whole distance in your life and at work, then you're going to want to stay and watch this video. And so let's get right into the content. Let me tell you a story. So imagine right now you and your bank account, right? So it's something that's like really, intimate and specific to you, right? Imagine you and your bank account. Imagine how much money you have in there. Imagine that you have a decent amount of money. Imagine if people could simply just type your name in the computer and without your permission, just by typing your name, literally go in and gain access to your bank account. And then once they had the bank account, they could withdraw it for any reason, and actually probably even for no reason at all. And then if you found out who it was and called them on it, was like, hey, what's going on with this? They actually responded like this. They're like, how dare you not let me do this or even ask me this question? Like, what is it any business of yours? You just belong, or you owe this to me. Then take the story a little bit further. What if by the end of the week when your mortgage was due and you wanted to take your kids out to a baseball game or something like that, you didn't have any money, like it's gone. You're now stressed. You're like, I don't have enough money to even feed my family because these people typed your name in, accessed your bank account, spent your money, and they probably didn't even spend it for stuff they wanted, right? Or that they even needed. They ordered something on Amazon. That's not really what I want. Throw it in the corner, right? Meanwhile, you're starving. You maybe not starving, but you and your family don't have money to eat. How would you feel right now? Like what's going on? Like physiologically with you? How you feeling? Feeling mad? Feeling okay? It's not a big deal. Or you enraged, like somebody's going down. Like, are you mad? What if I then told you that's exactly what happens with your time? Would that change the story for you? Somebody could literally just type in your name into an Outlook calendar invite, access your account and your calendar, invite you to that meeting, spend your time with or without permission. If you don't make the meeting or say that, hey, I'm not able to make that meeting, people are typically like, what do you mean you can't make this meeting? I need you to be here. How dare you, right? And then by the time at the end of the week you go home and you're like, I want to spend time with my loved ones, or I want to do this or that, all the time is gone because they spent it. That literally happens to us every week. And so that's what I'm here to help you to prevent. I don't want this happening to you anymore. I don't want you to spend your time like that. I want you to spend your time like you spend your money. And so because we're not actively managing our time like we do our money, we're victims to chaos. No wonder we're not home on time. No wonder we are not with our kids. No wonder we can't make our doctor's appointments. No wonder we're overworked. No wonder the 36-year-olds in our industry right now are having heart attacks. No wonder I'm not healthy or you're not healthy. It's because we are victims of chaos. And so I'm going to show you how to get rid of that right now. It ends today. So let me show you over here on the sticky notes exactly what I'm talking about. Leader standard work is the tasks, and I like to put it on an actual calendar, that you must get done in order to achieve your goals. Okay? So let me do two things here. Number one, at work, you have your role. There are certain things that only you can do and only you should do. Okay? Then there's something that I call a clarity document. And if you ever want this clarity document, you can email me at jasons@elevateconstructionist.com. And what you do is you say, what are my goals 100 years from now? 5 to 10 years from now? Next 6 to 18 months? And what are the specific goals that will accomplish that next 6 to 18 month goal? Here's what leader standard work is in its simplest format. On a Monday through Friday, what you do is you plan out a standard calendar week. And by the way, I know some of you are saying to yourself, Jason, I'm an executive, my weeks aren't consistent. It still works, a little bit of modification. You just have to plan every week. But leader standard work is the planning of the things that you must do as a leader that will help you to accomplish your goals. And you do it in this order. Number 1, family. Okay? Number 2, yourself, which sounds selfish, but it's not. I'll explain that in just a minute. Number 3, the things that you must do as a leader. And then number 4, all of the chaos of the job. Okay? And so hopefully you don't even have any chaos, but typically we experience that. So here's what happens. You know your role, you know your goals in your career, your next goals. So what you do is you sit down and you say, honey, when do you need me home with the kids? When are we doing date night? And so you'll plug those things in. Maybe your husband or your wife wants you home, or your partner or your girlfriend wants you home at like 4. So Fridays, this is when I'm doing date night every week. By the way, you should all do date night every week. Anyway, over here on Wednesdays, got little Johnny's baseball game at like 4:30. Need to leave a little bit early, right? So we got baseball right there. So check. Okay. Let's say for myself that I'm going through some mental health coaching. Okay. Those appointments happen virtually on Zoom every Friday morning. So I'm going to do that coaching. Boom. You could add things in here like prayer, doctor's appointments, exercise, whatever it is. But you need to schedule the things that allow you to show up whole and healthy at work. Now we get to the leader items. You have your role. There are certain things that you will do, and some of them might even be daily in your role, that you get to do, have to do, only you can do, and you plug those into your calendar, right? And these should allow you to accomplish your role. Now I'm going to get a different color marker here and say that these goals right here are the second key to this. This is where you're headed in your career. This is what you're advancing, right? So these 5 things down here after doing your clarity document better darn well make their way into your schedule, or else they ain't gonna happen. And I said that way on purpose. So if you said, hey, I'm going to become a senior superintendent, and in order to learn that, I'm going to learn how to do tax planning. Well, you better darn well have that planned somewhere on your calendar. Or if it's like, hey, I need to walk and mentor my assistant superintendents. Well, you better darn well have that on the schedule, or it's not going to happen. And so leader standard work is the taking of the things that only you can do and should do for the benefit of the job, the company, and your career and your life, and putting it onto a standard calendar so that you'll know it will be done. And then the chaos of the job can come second. And then people will tell me, hey, yeah, that's great, Jason, but things happen on the job. Yeah, I agree. But have you ever heard of this term, aim small, miss small? If I aim small, I'll miss small. If I aim big, I'll miss big, right? So a miss out here is quite a bit larger deviation than a miss here. So if you plan your week, yeah, maybe you don't get 1 or 2 of these done, but even if you only got 25% of it done from what you planned, you're still heading in that upward trajectory. Okay, and so before I show you the rest of these concepts, I want to say, if you're loving this stuff, if you're like, I want to keep on this professional development journey, I want to head in that positive direction, please subscribe to this channel. We'll have a lot more really great content consistently for you for free to elevate your career. So please subscribe. I love you. Once you have your leader standard work, right, and you know what your plan is, this is the genius of the system, right? Every construction professional has a to-do list, right? And every construction professional should have leader standard work. Check this out. You start your day, and in the morning, you do what's called a morning routine, which actually we'll cover in another video. But this morning routine helps to center you and get you started for the day. And then what you're looking to do is plan your day, okay? Guess what? These leader standard work items are already in your Outlook calendar where they belong, okay? Then you have your to-do list items, right? And your to-do list might be a number of items long, right? But there's a couple of those items inside your to-do list that are urgent. You take those items and you plug those into your day, right? And you leave yourself some buffers. That means you shouldn't have your day plan solid start to end. You leave yourself buffers. So you create a day plan from your leader standard work and your to-do list with buffers so that by the time you get done, even if you didn't get 1 or 2 of them done, you feel like you won that day. Hey, I accomplished something. Guess what? Then you can go home healthy and happy to your family. Why is this important? In the book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. He says, live in day-tight compartments. This is just one day. Don't beat yourself up about the past and don't stress about the future. Live in that day. Your leader standard work and your to-do list allow you to live and win in that day without stressing about the future, without beating yourself up about the past. It's absolutely amazing. And that is one of the main ways that leader standard work can reduce those two things, anxiety and worry. Not clinical anxiety, not clinical depression, but normal amounts of depression and anxiety. This can help you because you're focused, you're winning, and you're in a completely different mindset than when you're in this chaotic environment. And so if you really want to achieve your goals, I'm telling you, creating, following, and tracking your leader standard work and living in date-tight compartments is the key. And so I haven't just given you this video. We're going to link to you in the description below other videos which are titled The Success Formula, and those videos will take you through exactly how to fill out your clarity document, how to identify your role, how to set goals, how to fill out your leader standard work, and then how to use it on a daily basis. So I'm excited for you. This is some cool stuff. If you want to go the distance on this, then follow these videos and implement this for 60 days. I promise you, it will make a huge difference in your effectiveness and it will bless your life. On we go.